All right, so today we're diving into a platform called Trade Nexx. It describes itself as a next-generation digital trading ecosystem. We're basically going to break down their own materials to really understand what this thing is, how it's supposed to work, and what it's offering. So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the big picture concept, then zoom in on their mission. From there, we'll get into the real nuts and bolts, the 6 different ways they claim you can earn money, the whole reward system, and finally, we'll wrap up with the fine print, the terms you absolutely need to know.
Okay, first things first. Let's get our heads around the basic idea. What is Tradenexx actually trying to be?
According to their own pitch, this isn't just a trading platform, it's a whole ecosystem. The main idea seems to be about wrapping trading inside a much bigger reward structure. And they do it all under the umbrella of decentralized finance, which, is all about creating financial systems that don't need a central middleman like a bank.
Okay, so we've got the what. Now let's explore the why. What are the big goals this platform is trying to achieve?
So, they've laid out this 2-part ambition. The vision is the long game. They want to be a global leader in digital trading, setting new benchmarks for innovation and trust. Then there's the mission, which is more about the here and now, to build a platform that's transparent, super secure, easy for anyone to use, and can scale up as more people join.
All right, now we're getting to the engine room of this whole thing. This is where we're going to break down the 6 different income streams the platform says you can tap into.
And here they are, all laid out. This 6-pillar model is really designed to appeal to 2 kinds of people. Those who just want to participate passively, and those who want to be active leaders and build a team. You can see it's a mix of everything, from daily trading profits to team bonuses and even a fixed salary. Let's dig into each one.
The absolute bedrock of the system is what they call daily trading income. Now get this, the claim is a return of between 0.7% and 2% per day. That's a pretty eye-popping number. And they say this is based on the platform's trading performance, and it applies to packages all the way from a tiny $20 up to $1 million.
Pillar number 2 is compounding income. The idea here is pretty simple. It's a cycle. You earn money, you reinvest that money back into your account, which increases your total capital. And with a bigger base, you're set up to earn even higher returns. It's all about accelerating that growth.
Now we're getting into the team building stuff. There are 2 different ways you can earn from your network. The first is one-time level income. Think of it as a finder's fee. You get a one-off commission when people in your network up to 10 levels down make an investment. Then there's daily level ROI, which is a recurring residual income. You get a piece of the daily profits earned by your team, and this one goes down even further to 15 levels. So it's not just about direct earnings. There's also a whole ladder to climb, a structured path for advancement with ranks and rewards. Let's see how that's put together. So how do you actually move up? Well, it all boils down to hitting targets in 3 key areas. First, how much you've invested yourself. Second, how many people you have in your network. And third, the total amount of money your team has collectively invested, which they call business volume. And wow, this chart really shows you how steep that climb can be. To hit the very first rank, bronze, you need $50 in, a 10-person team, and $1,000 in team volume. That gets you a $50 reward. But look at the jump to Royal Legend. You're talking about a $2,000 personal stake, a team of 2,500 people, and a massive $5 million in business volume. The requirements really skyrocket. And get this, climbing those ranks also unlocks the final income pillar, a fixed monthly salary. For anyone who achieves and holds a rank, they get a paycheck. It starts small, just $5 a month for the bronze rank, but it scales all the way up to $2,500 a month for the top Crown Ambassador rank. All right, every system has its rules, right? So now it's time for the fine print. Let's get into the essential terms and conditions that make this whole ecosystem tick. Here are some of the key rules you'd have to play by. The minimum to get started is just $20, and everything is done in USDT, which is a stable coin on the BEP20 network. When you want to pull money out, there's a fee, 10% on smaller amounts, which drops to 5% for larger ones. There's also a cap on your earnings. You can't make more than 3 or 4 times what you put in, depending on how active you are. And a really important one for team builders, to qualify for ranks, your team volume has to be balanced. No more than half of it can come from your single strongest team member or your power leg. And just to wrap up, the platform lays out a roadmap for what's next. They're talking about pretty ambitious stuff, expanding across the globe, integrating AI into their trading, and building out more decentralized finance features.
And that brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? When you see an ecosystem that offers so many different ways to earn, with some really high potential returns, you have to ask about sustainability. How does a model like this keep its balance? How does it manage to pay out those high yields while ensuring its own long-term health? That's really the crucial question to think about.